Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the premiere episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14. If you're new here, my name is Sam. I am a YouTuber who reviews all things Drag Race and drag related. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. Come join the Samature Hour community. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Alright, so obviously for today's video, I am going to be reviewing the premiere for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14. And before we get into it, I do just want to say this episode, 10 out of 10, I really enjoyed it. I thought this was a great premiere, the queens were phenomenal, the challenges were, well, I felt great. And I think overall, I think it was a really great premiere. So let's get into it. Obviously, the episode is starting out with the queens walking into the workroom for the first time. Of course, we'll get all of their workroom entrances and all the above. There are a few queens that I specifically want to point out, though, for this part. More specifically, if I am going to do it this way, which I am. Carrie Colby. Can I just get a slow clap for Carrie Colby? Stunning. Stunning. Gorgeous. I love this mug, this dress. Like, Carrie came in and owned it, in my opinion. Like, she looks gorgeous. I love Carrie Colby. I'm obsessed. I also do want to give another slow clap for Cornbread, the snack jeté. Such a good queen. Such a good queen. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed with Cornbread. Right from the start, she came in and showed us who she was. She was 100% herself. And I love that. I love Cornbread. I'm obsessed. Just such a good personality for television. And such a good queen. Like, I'm obsessed with Cornbread. Cornbread is the best. Then, of course, we get Alyssa Hunter. Alyssa looks really good. I love that we are getting Puerto Rican queen. I think that's awesome. Yeah, good job, Alyssa. Of course, we also have Orion Story. I like Orion. I like this outfit. I like that they made it themselves. I thought that was cool. I do feel like Orion came in a little shaky, which again, it's fine. It's the first episode, of course. But I still like the look. Then we get Bosco. Bosco looks stunning. I really like the polka dots everywhere. I love how it's all very cohesive. Just overall, great look. Then, of course, we have June Jambalaya. I love June. I think June is a sweetheart. I do not like this outfit. I'm sorry. I don't like this outfit. I don't think it fits her well. The top part confuses me. And then you get into the shoes. And the shoes are just not it for me. I think this was a chop for an entrance look. I'm sorry. I love June. It needs more refinement. And that is something that I feel like we see a lot from June in this episode. I love June. But it was very much a following theme for June throughout this episode. And then, of course, we get Willow Pill. I do want to say, before we get too far into this episode, about Willow Pill, I love Willow Pill. I love that Willow Pill went through, they talked about going through a lot of medical issues, and how they use that sort of within their drag, and they're just having fun, and they enjoy it, and I love Willow Pill. I myself grew up having a lot of medical issues, and the fact that Willow is just I love Willow Pill. I seriously just want to give a huge shout out to Willow Pill. I love her. I'm obsessed with Willow Pill. Amazing queen. Amazing. So they all walked into the workroom, and then they're like, ooh, there are only 7 of us. What? It's a split premiere. What? That never happens. And then, of course, RuPaul comes in and introduces the mini challenge, where the queens are all going to have to do a photo shoot. Again, it's really nice to see the photo shoot, because, like I had said in a previous video, we haven't had a photo shoot mini challenge since season 8. So yes, we are finally getting back to having a photo shoot mini challenge, which is awesome. And of course, we will go and get into that now. For the photo shoot mini challenge, it's basically a freaky photo shoot. So they have to get on the spinning wheel, basically the wheel that they use supposed to resemble the wheel they use during the lip sync for the crown moments. So they all have to get strapped into this wheel and spun around in circles and have pictures taken. I'm like, that's fun. Again, kind of going back to some of the more traditional Drag Race mini challenges, which I really enjoy. Because you remember they used to have to go into pools, they used to have to get spun around, all of these sorts of things. So it's kind of nice to go back to that a little bit. I feel like the fans have been asking for this for a while, or at least I have. So I really enjoyed it. Obviously, in the end, everyone does their photo shoot, but the winner of the mini challenge is going to be Carrie Colby. Again, Carrie is a stunning queen. Like, that's not a shock to me. Like, Carrie's gorgeous. So, of course, she's going to ace this photo shoot. Like, come on. Was anyone really surprised? But I love Carrie Colby, so, of course. Then we find out what the main challenge is, where they're going to have to do a talent show, the CNT talent shows. I really enjoyed this talent show. I really thought it was a great first challenge to have on a season. I think that's a great way to get to know the queens and what they can do. Again, very much different from last season where we had those lip syncs for who knows why. So I really enjoyed this main challenge. I thought it was really fun and really great job. I do want to talk about a little bit before we get to the main challenge. Lizzo came out into the workroom and talked to the queens. I'm obsessed with Lizzo. We'll get more to Lizzo when it comes to judging, but I love Lizzo, and this look on Lizzo is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I love getting to see Lizzo as a guest judge. I think she's amazing. Yeah. When we get to the main challenge, we're going to go and do that now. I'm going to go through some of these performances and all the above. First, of course, I do want to talk about, I'm going to go from my favorite to least favorite. We'll just go around. I do want to talk about Cornbread's performance. This was amazing. This was so well put together. The details, the performance, the song, every single part. I love Cornbread, and this was phenomenal. This was so well done. Such a good job by Cornbread. I'm obsessed. Then, of course, we get Carrie Colby, who does the jump rope routine to, of course, Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. I love that she got Anaconda. I think that's amazing that they actually got her to be able to use Anaconda for the show. And I really enjoyed this performance. The lip sync part was great. The song choice was great. The jump rope was great. Overall, great job. Great job. I love me some Carrie Colby. Next, I do want to talk about Bosco, who did, of course, the striptease, the burlesque number, if you will. Again, I really enjoyed this, very much bringing burlesque and humor and all the above together. Really well done by Bosco. I thought this was phenomenal. Then I guess we'll talk about Alyssa Hunter. I liked it, but there was a critique that they mentioned later, which I agreed with. It feels like this wasn't very much an Alyssa thing to do, which I realized she was trying to take a risk, and I respect that. But at the same time, I'm like, this is the premiere. Is it really the best time to take a risk? I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily be taking a risk at the premiere, especially when it's a split premiere and there are only 7 performers. So we have Alyssa's performance doing heavy metal. Sure, we'll call it that. Just being real. Next, I'm going to talk about June Jambalaya, who does an African dance number. I thought this was great to see. I really enjoyed it. I will say, like they had mentioned throughout the performance, her headband kept falling off, and there were a few issues she had during the performance, which made it a little bit not sloppy, but it wasn't as much. It wasn't at the level where it needed to be for this. Yes, that's a good way to put it. It wasn't at the level that it needed to be. That being said, it was still good, just not where it needed to be. Next, I'm going to talk about Willow Pill. I love this performance. I love this queen. I'm obsessed with Willow Pill. I thought this was just so odd and so strange and so cool. Such a cool way to do something that I would never expect for a talent show. Again, Willow Pill, really bringing in the unique aesthetics. I'm obsessed with Willow Pill. This was great. I love Willow. Next, I do want to mention, I know it's only 1 episode in, but RuPaul's joke with the whole, not a big pill, a whittle pill. Can we stop that? I'm sorry, can we stop it? I don't think it's that funny. I'm sorry. I feel like it's gonna get old, and I feel like I'm already tired of that joke after one episode. So, and then of course finally we have Orion's story. It was very weird. It didn't feel like it was planned out well. It felt very strange because it was like, oh, I'm late. Oh, I'm only going to do one thing. Oh, I'm going to do this. It was funny, I guess. I mean, I can find... Let me put this differently. I know some people would find this very funny. For me, I did not find this funny at all. I was kind of bored during Orion's performance. So, for me, it wasn't great. Now, of course, we get to the runway. I do also want to mention that RuPaul does a performance at the beginning of this to RuPaul's song Catwalk. For RuPaul's performance, I liked it. Did anyone else notice how RuPaul was basically just walking up and down the runway? I mean, I get it. I get it. It was still good. It was a great song. I enjoyed the song. And I enjoyed the dancers. And I thought it was a great performance. Yeah. That's all I really can say about that. It's not bad. It was good. It's really good. Now we're going to get to the runway. Obviously, this runway theme was signature drag. Like, what's your signature? So let's go ahead and go through these outfits. Of course, first I'm going to be starting out with Cornbread. I love this outfit. I thought this was really well put together. I thought Cornbread looked amazing. I just love Cornbread, so I feel like it's going to be hard for me to critique Cornbread in any bad way. So for me, I love this. This was great. Yeah. Next, I want to talk about Carrie Colby. I love this. I love the coat. The inside with the K is all over her outfit. Gorgeous. Carrie knows how to paint a mug. She knows how to put a look together. Her wigs are amazing. I'm obsessed with Carrie Colby. Next, I'm going to talk about Bosco. I really like this. It did remind me of their entrance look, which again, not a bad thing. Just reminded me of it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. It reminded me of it. It wasn't bad. It was fine. Now I'm going to talk about, of course, June Jambalaya. I like this. I liked it a lot. I thought her mug is great. Her wig is great. When there are only 7 competitors, the little details like they were pointing out make a difference. And I think that was the issue that June ran into. It wasn't a bad look by any means. I just think, again, the little details, like I was saying, like they were saying, make a difference then. So that's, yeah. Now we're going to talk about Alyssa Hunter. This looks great. It was great. She looks really pretty. Her mug is gorgeous. Her outfit looks great. Again, kind of makes the earlier performance not necessarily match up with what Alyssa is showing as her signature look. So for her talent show performance to not really match up, it doesn't really work. I get it. She was taking a risk with that, but it doesn't really work. Next, I guess we'll go over Willow Pill. Willow Pill looks great. I like the green and blue combo. I like the wig. It works. Great job. And of course, we still have Orion's story. I like this. I liked it a lot. Yeah. No, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I liked it a lot. Really great job. Now we get into the placements and the judges' critiques and all the above. In the end, the winner of this week's challenge is going to be Cornbread. Again, I'm super happy for Cornbread winning her first challenge. I love some Cornbread. I love Cornbread on the show. So excited for Cornbread. Clearly making herself a front runner in this season. So I'm super excited for Cornbread. Then, of course, we get Carrie safe. Bosco safe. So basically, in the end, the bottom 2 is going to be June Jambalaya and, of course, Orion's story. And they have to lip sync to Water Me by Lizzo. Of course, a Lizzo performance for Lizzo being a judge. Actually, I do want to go back and talk a little bit about Lizzo's judging. I love Lizzo, and I thought her judging was great. I love her. Everything Lizzo does, I love, so great job. But yeah, no, when we get to this lip sync between Orion and June, the cameras were making it very clear that June was going to win this lip sync. Again, great job by June. I thought June really stood her ground and really did a great job performing. Orion maybe did fade a little bit to the background, and I don't know if that was nerves. I don't know what the issue was there, but I feel like it didn't do what it needed to do. So of course in the end, RuPaul does decide to save June Jambalaya, which means Orion's story was eliminated. Again, this was just the first premiere, so we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. But I'm super excited for this season. I think this was a great premiere. I think this was a great challenge, great mini challenge, great queens, all the above. I love Lizzo. Great episode. Definitely would recommend it if you haven't seen it already. Of course, if you haven't seen it, I assume you're watching this video, but you know the drill. That does bring me to the end of my review. Let me know what you thought about this episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to like this video if you liked it, share it all over social media, hit that subscribe button, come join the Sandwich Hour community, and follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Sandwich Hour. And I will be back here tomorrow with another video. Have a good rest of your night. Bye, guys.